Hey guys, welcome back to part 4 for this tutorial on how to build this large modern house. I was planning on having this part be the final part to this build, but the rest of the interior layout that we didn't quite finish in part 3, which is what we did in this video, took just a little bit longer than I was expecting it to. So we are going to have one more part after this build, which will then be doing the interior furnishings. But here in part 4, like I mentioned, we're going to be finishing the rest of the interior layout. I'm right here where we left off in part 3. I have the gray concrete and the white concrete. And we're going to go ahead and start with the white. And we have this doorway here. This is the last thing that we did. We're going to go to the left of it, and we're going to place 2 blocks of white concrete like that. Now, switch to your gray concrete. And we're going to have a 1 block wide doorway right here, which is going to lead into a bathroom. So it should be like that. We have 3 blocks in height on the inside. Okay, now switch back to your white concrete, go over to the left of that doorway and place an additional 4. And now you're going to have a 2 block wide doorway, just like the doorway that we have right there. So go ahead and place it, 4 on each side. Make sure there's 2 spaces. And then 2 spaces in the middle like that. There we go. Back to your white concrete, go over to the left of that doorway and bring this along until... Whoops, don't do that. Just stop it right there on the corner of that wall. Alright, now let's go ahead and fill in the rest of the empty space on this entire wall with white concrete. Okay, I'm gonna go from the other side right here and fill in this last layer. Alright, there we go. So now that is all filled in, looking good. Real quick, let's switch, or make sure we still have our white concrete. Well, alright, let's see. We're looking at this doorway. Let's fill this wall in, all these empty spaces. It's gonna be hard to get right there. So I'm going to delete this real quick and get in here and bring this all the way down. And then we'll replace that. Alright, and then we have these other spaces up here. Like that. So just all the empty space that was remaining here, we filled in with white concrete. Now there's this space where this glass is. Let me try to get in here. And there we go, that worked out pretty good. Cool. And we'll bring this along. And all the way to the end over there. Cool, that looks good. And then let's fill in the empty space in between the glass here. This will be a wall dividing a bedroom here. And then this is just like a little sitting area. So, you know what? Let's bring it along just so we know. So right down the middle here. And we'll stop it there for now. There's going to be a doorway like right around here. I have to double check, but we'll leave it like that for now so we know there's going to be a wall there. Okay, and then I believe all the walls in here are already done, right? Or is this brought down? I think we have to double up the ceiling here. Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, anyway. So we filled that in. Oh yeah, right here in between these windows, these skylights. Let's add an extra 2 layers of white concrete. So that's like a beam going across. Okay. Now, like I was saying, let's go ahead and add the extra layer of white concrete where the ceiling is. So pretty much like on this layer where all this white concrete is, just like 1 block above these glass walls here. Same layer as this glass here. So we'll just bring it along and all the way to this wall. And then we'll fill in everything to that wall. So let me bring this over. And then we have all of this. We'll just wrap around right up against the glass here. Wrap around there. So it's looking like that. Got it? Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this room with this extra layer of white concrete all the way to that wall. Make sure to get right above this glass as well. I filled in an extra layer of white concrete for this entire area here. Looking good. So there's one thing I want to do real quick. You don't have to do this right now. You could do this like at the end, I guess. But before I forget, I want to actually delete all of these blocks that we have out here. I forgot to delete it. So I'll see you guys in a second. You don't have to do this, like I said, if you don't want to right now. But I'm just going to delete all these numbers and the lines that we left out here and the back and front word. So let me just get this done real quick, and then we'll head back onto the inside. Okay, I got rid of all those blocks around the house. Now let's head back on inside. Okay, let's head on to this room that we got here. So this right here in the middle is going to be a bedroom. Then there's a bathroom over here. And then there's actually another bathroom over here for the hallway. So I have my white concrete. I'm looking at this 2-block wide doorway. We want to leave 2 spaces of white concrete here. So we're on the 3rd block. And we're just going to place 1 and bring it up to the ceiling. Then switch to your gray concrete. We're going to have a 1-block wide doorway here for the bathroom. Like that. Same height as that doorway there. Let's fill in the rest of this wall with white concrete. And remember, we are right on the edge of this window that we got here. Cool. There we go. So actually, I do want to mention, this room here, we have the ceilings there, right? That is actually the height of the ceilings for this room. This room here is going to be 1 block lower. And then this room here is, like, right where the ceilings are is right where they're going to stay. So I do want to mention that this bedroom is just 1 block lower than that room and that room over there. Okay. Now, we're like looking at the doorway again. We want to leave 1 block of white concrete, so we're on the 2nd block. We're going to bring this along to the corner of the wall here. And this is going to be a solid wall, so we'll fill all of it in with white concrete. Now, there's a solid wall there. And let's go ahead and fill in the ceiling with an extra layer of white concrete. So let's see, we have this room still. We have to put a few little blocks around the glass. Nothing big there. This room is all done. And then we have this room, same thing with that window up there. Alright, now let's go ahead and bring up this wall, mark out the doorway for it. And then I think we have everything done in here. And we're going to have a staircase going up here to the 2nd floor. We have a few little things to do. And then we'll start doing the furnishings. So, let's go ahead and focus on this wall now. For this wall here, let's go to the left. We're going to have 2 empty spaces. We'll cut out 4, like that. Then, we'll bring this up to the ceiling with white concrete. And same with this side. And then that opening that we just left is going to be where the doorway is. Let's switch to the gray concrete, shape out the doorway now. And then above the doorway, we have an extra layer of white concrete. And there we go. So this is going to be a bedroom. Right here, just like a little sitting area right over here where the window is. And then a staircase going up right here. And I mentioned in part 1, there is a chance where you could have some extra bedrooms. So let's say like right here, I just have a sitting area. You could have a small bedroom here, maybe like bring in a wall right here, and then like this, just have the staircase going up right here, and then this could be a small bedroom. It's up to you. And yeah, or you can maybe cut this bedroom in half and have like 2 bedrooms here somehow. So actually, like maybe like this, have a wall right down the middle, have a door right there, like pretty much get rid of all of this. and have a door on that side leading into that bedroom, a door on this side leading into this bedroom. So this would pretty much be a bedroom here, and this would be like a bedroom here. It's all up to you, however you want to do it. But I'm just going to keep the layout that I originally had with 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. But I did want to mention that because I did say in part 1 you could have around 5 bedrooms. So I wanted to show you a couple little things you could do to add a couple extra bedrooms. Then there's a room upstairs, up top here, which is pretty much just like a big entertainment room. So we're going to have the staircase going up right here. And so what you could do is just like have some type of wall dividing right here and then turn this room into a bedroom if you would like. And then, yeah, having that extra bedroom downstairs like I showed you and a bedroom up here, that would make it 5 bedrooms. But it's all up to you. That's only if you actually need the extra bedrooms. So, let's head back to the bathroom. We have like a little design around that window up there at the top. And then same with the other bathroom where the hallway is. So let's go ahead and do that. So, I grabbed some quartz stairs and quartz slabs. But the first thing we want to do is grab our white concrete, and we actually are going to be adding an extra layer on this, like on these 2 sides here. So we're going to start here, bring it along, and pretty much like make an L shape, like that. And then we're just going to fill it all in. Like right underneath the glass pretty much. And then go ahead and turn to this entire wall. There we go. Now, make sure to switch to your quartz stairs. We're going to have one facing up like that on each side where this remaining block of white concrete is. And then underneath that, we're going to have one that's upside down. Then switch to your quartz slabs, and right underneath the glass, we're going to have some slabs wrapping around the corner like that. And there we go. That's about all there is to that. So this bathroom is all marked out, all good. It's pretty big. And now that I think about it, we are going to be changing the floors in here. So yeah, we'll do that after I do the shape for this bathroom. So this one's a little bit different. And it looks like we are also going to be adding an extra layer of white concrete on this wall. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right. Then we also need an extra layer on this side and this side. So starting right here, same with this side, and then we'll fill in this entire wall. After that, we'll go ahead and do the little shape for underneath the window. And then we have to swap out these light gray concrete floors with some, I'm going to be using the chiseled quartz. All right, there we go. Now, switch to your quartz stairs. We're going to have them upside down, right underneath the window. And then quartz slabs in front of those stairs. We're going to have a couple little decorations up here, like some flower pots. But there we go. Now, like I mentioned, let's go ahead and cut out the floors here in these bathrooms. And I'm going to grab the chiseled quartz blocks. And we're going to replace these blocks with the chiseled quartz. We're also going to be doing it for the other bathroom that we just did for that bedroom. Alright, there we go. So that looks all good. Head back in here. Starting here, go ahead and carve all of this out. Replace it. And then we'll start bringing up the staircase for the second floor. Alright, there we go. Now, head back into here, and we're going to start shaping out the staircase. Now, I still have my gray concrete and white concrete. We're going to be using that for the upstairs walls. And then for the staircase, I have some quartz stairs, blocks of quartz, and black stained glass panes. Let's start with our quartz stairs. And like I mentioned, we're going to have the staircase going up right here. So right on the edge of this doorway, lined up with this white concrete, we're going to place 2 blocks of quartz stairs like that. Now we're going to go up 4 more in this direction. So we have 1 more there, then 2, 3, and 4 until you meet up at the ceiling. So there's a total of 5 going up in that direction. Now, what I want to do is cut out a hole so we could get up here. So I guess we'll go ahead and start by cutting out these 4 blocks right here, like that. Then let's cut out another 2 there, and then cut out the other layer. So now we could get up here. Got it? So we cut out a total of 6 right here, but then if you double the layer, it's like 12. But as you can see, we have like 3 here, 2 wide. Okay? Then we have a total of 4 remaining here. Let's cut out all of these. So now we cut out a total of 6. Let's make sure. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and cut out that. Actually, now it is 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we just cut out. So just like this rectangle here. Got it. Now these empty 4 spaces that we have here, we're going to fill in with 4 blocks of quartz like that. Looking good. Now in this direction, we are going to have 2 more stairs going up. So we have 2 right here. Delete this, 2 right here. So like 2 layers, a 4, like 4 in total. Got it? Now, let's go ahead and bring this over. So now we have 3 spaces here. Let's go ahead and cut out another layer like this. So there is now 4 spaces wide. And then when you look at it from this side, we have 4 spaces here. And then, yeah, and then 6 spaces here. So that is the size of the hole that we just cut out. I want to make sure to do this a little bit slower than normal because I know the staircases can sometimes be a bit confusing. Now let's head back down. Switch to your white concrete. We're going to place a block right along the side of all of the quartz stairs like that. So same with this one here and this one here. And then we have this empty block here. We're going to fill that in so it all looks nice and neat. Then make sure you have your black stained glass panes. We're going to place 1 on top of all these blocks of white concrete. So we just placed 4 in that direction. Then we're going to have another one here and here. Now, on this block, we're going to fill in all of these right along here. So it's going to be 5 in total. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then over here, we're going to have another 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. There's going to be a solid wall here going all the way up to the ceiling. All right. And there we go. So that's all looking good. Let's head back down. We have to fill in the space underneath here. So if you really wanted to, you could have like cut out a doorway and have a little closet underneath the staircase here. That is up to you. What I'm going to do is just fill it all in with white concrete. But if you need the extra space or want a closet here, you could have one if you wanted to. So you could cut out pretty much, fill those 2 spaces in. You could cut out like a little doorway here. But like I said, I'm just going to leave it all filled in. And there we go. Now we have the staircase all marked out. I really like how this staircase turned out. I think it looks really cool. I like how when you look at it from this side, you could kind of see like the blocks going up in that direction. I don't know why, but I think it just looks really cool. And I think it still has a pretty cool like modern look to it as well. All right. Anyway, now we are upstairs. We got everything on the first floor all laid out. So now we're going to mark out a few walls up here, fill in a few little blocks, and then we'll start doing all the furnishings, and then we'll be done with the build. Okay, let's continue with our white concrete, and we'll look at this wall first. It looks like it's pretty much the easiest. So we're just going to fill it entirely in with white concrete. As you can see, like you can see right where to start. You just fill all this in. It's pretty simple. So let me hurry up and get this one done. Now, that is an entire solid wall of white concrete. It's all flat, looking good. And then right here, we'll look at this wall. We're going to fill in these 2 spaces of white concrete here up into the ceiling, like that. Okay, And then we have all this space above here. This is actually going to be an extra layer of white concrete where the ceiling is. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we have this layer here, and there we're going to meet it up right up against the glass that we have here. So we'll fill all of this in to that other side. Okay, so we filled in the ceilings there, that's all good. Then we have a little bit of space going on here in between this glass. So we're going to start here, fill this section in, and then where the ceiling is. And there we go, that's all done. And then we're going to have a wall right here, right where the staircase is. We're going to bring white concrete over until we're lined up with the glass right here. Then we're going to bring it up to the ceiling. It's just a solid wall of white concrete. And I can't really reach that. Let me go over here and fill that in. There we go. And we also have to go behind this glass here and fill all this in. And you know what? This as well. Okay, never mind. We're not having another layer of white concrete there. Let's delete this. So it looks like that. Right here, we're going to have a wall. So we'll fill in an extra 2 spaces. So we have 3 in total here. And then we're going to have a doorway leading into the bathroom. So let's switch to the gray concrete. Bring it up 4, skip over 1, and then another 4. So we shaped out the doorway for the bathroom. And then the rest of this wall is going to be filled in with white concrete. Like that. And there we go. Now we have a doorway leading into this bathroom. And then this side is looking like this. We still have to add a little bit of white concrete here. So let's do that. It's going to be an extra 2 layers like that. Yes. So now we have this 3 blocks in height. And then let's switch to the black stained glass panes. And we're just going to fill in 3 on that side. Should we bring this up 1 more layer so it's 4 in height? I think that looks good. Yeah, so there we go. We have this doorway. It's not going to have like a frame around it or anything with the gray concrete like we did everywhere else. It's just going to be left like that. Okay. Now, this ceiling in here is going to be brought down 1 extra layer for this bedroom. It's going to be left alone where the bathroom is. But since we are in the bathroom, let's go ahead and add the layer of white concrete that we're going to have in here. So when we go to this corner, we're going to have a layer right here, like that. And then I believe I actually did it a bit different in here. I think I left it like that. And then I just had some quartz stairs underneath here, like this. And I think that's all I did actually. But you know what? I don't want it like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and delete that. I think that is what I did, but I don't want it like that. We're going to add an extra layer of white concrete here on both of these walls so that we're not left with this random white pillar here. Just looks a lot cleaner and just a lot better overall. Okay, so it's like that. And then we're going to have still like the quartz stair design. So let's have some upside down quartz stairs like that and wrap it around to there. And then we'll have an upward one right there in the corner. And that's about all I'm really going to do for the design for that. So that looks all good. And then for this room here, we're going to have the extra layer of white concrete for the ceiling. But first, let's look at this wall. And we're going to fill in a layer of white concrete here for this entire wall. And make sure just like wrap around the doorway like that. Fill all the rest of this in. There we go. Now let's fill in a layer where the ceiling is. So right here. And then all this other space. All right, I think that is all good. Okay, I think we're done here. So now we have this bedroom all done. We have this bathroom done. And are we done with the entire layout? Let me check. I think so. So I was planning on actually finishing the build in this part, but I wasn't expecting the rest of the interior layout to take as long as it did. So what I'm actually going to do is have one more part after this, so there's going to be a total of 5. And in the 5th part, we'll be doing all of the interior furnishings, which will then finish the build. Because, yeah, I wasn't expecting the rest of the interior layout to take nearly as long as it did, but it did take quite a bit of time, so I don't want this part to be like over an hour long or anything. So I'm just going to cut it here, and in part 5, we'll be finishing the build, doing all of the interior furnishings throughout the entire house. And then after that, there's actually going to be a tour video like I normally do. So if you're watching this and you're not too sure whether or not you want to build the house quite yet, you can watch the tutorial or watch the tour and decide for yourself if you want to build it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at that for this video, and in part 5, we'll finish the build. Okay, so that is going to be it for part 4 for this tutorial on how to build this large modern house. And in part 5, like I said, we'll go ahead and do all of the interior furnishings, and then we'll be done with this build.